All right, Bears fans, welcome back. Bear down. And let's get some meat and potatoes today because this is something I've been working on. The concept for a couple weeks, the hard work of it the last couple days, really breaking down the metrics in PFF's advanced statistics. And I created a new statistic called the impact grade with adjusted completion percentage. So how does Justin Fields stack up? That's what people really want to know because right now it's still civil war. Until that decision is made, until it's announced at least, everyone is trying to tear Justin Fields down for no logical reason other than they're trying to justify a reason to bring Caleb Williams in. It's got to be Justin Fields' fault that everything else has gone wrong with this team, from play calling to wide receiver help to the line to everything that could go wrong. It's got to be his fault because he's the general, right? And that happens. I mean, realistically, it happens. People put all that pressure on the quarterback, and sometimes teams make terrible decisions when it comes to ending that quarterback's tenure too early. You see that happen a lot, actually, where a quarterback doesn't get the proper opportunity to develop. And it makes sense. When you're taking a high quarterback, number one overall, they're usually going to a team that needs that help, a team that needs to have a playmaker come in, but that team still needs to build everything else around them to make it an entire team concept. One really interesting thing that I found in here was the guy right in the middle there, Brock Purdy. I've heard it so freaking much that he's a system quarterback. And the Niners are built up as a system. Well, that might be true, but that system has been built up, so his stats are exceedingly strong. All right, so I had it queued up to play the top 10 highlight reel from the Bears this last season, and I got a warning from YouTube again about playing other media. And guys, I don't want to get in trouble. I already got a warning once from them. So this is why I haven't been playing highlight videos and why some monetized people can't play it in there. So I'm just going to leave it out. I'm going to leave that up, but I'm going to explain what I wanted to while it was rolling. The adjusted completion percentage from PFF. And the long and short of it is an adjusted completion percentage takes into account the factors outside of a quarterback's control in terms of completing the pass. It's a more pure look, a cleaner look at the metrics of a quarterback's accuracy. It takes away those drop passes, the passes that he throws away, spiked balls, passes bad at the line of scrimmage, and passes where the quarterback is hit when they threw it. It's a cleaner metric. It's a more pure way of looking at how accurate and good at passing, how clean, how accurate a passer is according to their stats. So it's the best way to do it. So I decided to take a little experiment. There's 4 areas that really impact a quarterback on the highest level in the NFL. Number 1, your overall adjusted completion percentage. Number 2, that deep ball, 20 plus. It's a PFF metric. It goes from 0 to 9, 10 to 19, and 20 plus. You take every quarterback, every single quarterback, even Justin Fields, even who people think are the worst quarterbacks, and that 0 to 9 should be a guaranteed above 80%. So it's not as impactful. Quarterbacks should be dinking and dunking those 10-yard, 3-yard, 7-yard passes all day long. That shouldn't be the basis of accuracy. Those are easy. Screen passes. 10 to 19, same type of situation. You've got players out in flats. The 20 plus is where you get the differentiation of where your NFL quarterbacks really stand out. How well can they throw the deep ball? That's why you always hear about it. That's why you just saw it in the combine with everyone oohing and ahhing over Joe Milton throwing 70-yard bombs. The deep ball and that accuracy, pinpoint accuracy, throwing it into the bucket, throwing dimes, as they call them on ESPN, dropping a dime, those are the other important part. And then 2 other factors, which basically encompasses every throw they pass. How well is their adjusted completion percentage in a clean pocket? How well do they do when they're sitting in a pocket and they have time to throw? And number 2, how well do they throw it when they have a dirty pocket? How well do they handle under pressure? So my experiment, take all of these areas, average them against the league average for every quarterback, and grade the players according to how their adjusted completion percentage stacks up with the other players. So each area is equally graded. Each gets a quarter of the grade, and it's averaged against the average for all players across the league. And what I found was pretty eye-opening. Here's your NFL top 10 for 2023. From the top, this is the entire graded quarterback adjusted completion percentage impact grade. So the next line over is going to show your pass blocking efficiency. This is something that isn't considered into the grade, but it really opens your eyes when you see the quarterbacks that are at the top of this list that have 23 for their line rank, Brock Purdy, 26, Justin Fields, 27, Geno Smith. Those guys overcame some things to really be efficient passers, even under pressure, even under lines that didn't have the best pass blocking efficiency. And that's a pass blocking efficiency grade directly from PFF. That's their pass block efficiency grade for 2023. All right. Next line over is the overall adjusted completion percentage, according to PFF, their deep ball adjusted completion percentage, clean pocket adjusted completion percentage, and dirty pocket adjusted completion percentage. And then on the right is all of those taken into consideration, graded against the average of all other players, and then scored. Anything over 100 would be above league average. Brock Purdy had a 118.9. You can call him a system quarterback all you want, but look at his deep ball adjusted completion percentage, 68.1, far and above better than anybody else in the league. It's easy to knock these guys. They did the same thing with Tom Brady for 3 Super Bowls. He won the Super Bowl 3 times, and they kept saying, he's just a system quarterback. He's just a system quarterback. He wins it another 3 times. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe Tom Brady is doing something. By the end of his career, it was Tom Brady carried the Patriots, and Bill Belichick was lucky to have Tom Brady. Like, the narrative changed. Brock Purdy, to me, is already showing those signs of the same thing. You can call him a system quarterback all you want. I'm not a Niners fan. There's no reason for me to stick up and defend Brock Purdy, other than the fact that the stuff I see right here on paper, that he's an accurate quarterback. And this isn't just dink and dunk and pass it off to Christian McCaffrey 0 to 10-yard passes. No, he's got the best deep ball in the National Football League according to adjusted completion percentage this year. His overall adjusted completion percentage extremely high as well. Clean pocket, dirty pocket. The dude did it all this year. There's a reason the Niners went to the Super Bowl. All right, Jared Goff was number 2. As much as I'm not a Lions fan, it stacks up. You watch the way he played. You watch the way he was in that pocket, and there wasn't many better in the league that you watched in that clean pocket deliver the ball and strike right over Amon-Ra St. Brown or whoever he was throwing to. He was on point. Dak Prescott had a career year for him. Kirk Cousins, C.J. Stroud. Justin Fields, number 6. I wonder, and I'm going to point it out because there's so many haters right now, how are they going to twist this one? You look at all those accuracies. Look how he does in a dirty pocket. Look how he does with his deep ball, one of the best with his deep ball. But there's going to be an excuse. Even though he had the most limited weapons in the league, he had two above average receivers or tight end combined, Cole Kmet and DJ Moore. And yes, they were great, but every other team had at least 4 above average in PFF grades. He had 2. And they're going to find some way to justify and knock him down. But a 107.4 overall grade, he was well above average. All right, so the second question you're going to have, which is the first question I had when I put this together, holy crap, where's Pat Mahomes on this list? And that is the first question I had. And then I had to do some deep dive. There's a reason the Chiefs struggled through the year, and there's a reason they took off in the playoffs. Check this out when you compare Pat Mahomes in his playoffs. Pat Mahomes, by the way, was right in the middle of the league, about 14th overall. But look at his playoff numbers. This is why the Chiefs killed it in the playoffs. His overall completion percentage way up, deep ball way up, clean pocket, dirty pocket. He played Pat Mahomes' playoff elite level football in the playoffs. They struggled. I think Pat Mahomes would be the first to tell you that the Chiefs struggled this year and that he struggled at different points in the year. But they came together, and overall, he kicked ass in the playoffs, and that's why he had a 115 passer completion grade according to this quarterback adjusted completion percentage impact grade. He impacted when it mattered, but he was among the best in the league in the playoffs. His season, not the best, which is why the Chiefs limped into the playoffs. All right, so let's look at the bottom 10 in the league. And does it make sense? Are these the guys that really are struggling and maybe need to be replaced? Well, here's your bottom 10. And I know a lot of you guys are going to knock that 10th to the bottom one, but I said it before, and this backs it up. Jordan Love is a system quarterback. He didn't do anything special this year. His line was ranked 10th. His overall adjusted completion percentage was low. His deep ball was low. Clean and dirty pocket low. 96.2 grade. I don't need to sit here and knock on Jordan Love any more than I already have because I don't think he's special, but this backs it up. Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Aiden O'Connell, Will Levis, worst in the league, Mac Jones. Shows you why the Patriots are most likely considering replacing him. His deep ball, 25.8 adjusted completion percentage. Daniel Jones, 18.2 adjusted completion percentage. Now, He was injured for most of the year, about 2/3 of it, but what they did see wasn't the best. So this might indicate why he might be gone. Baker Mayfield is a surprising one. Makes you wonder, what happened there? But there's other aspects of the team that help carry a team. Bryce Young's a rookie. I'm going to give him a little leeway, especially with these teams that you see the pass blocking efficiency grade, 32 for Will Levis's line, 31 for Zach Wilson, Bryce Young, 27, Daniel Jones, 30. So the same thing on the retrospect on this one, where teams that had lower line grades like Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, and Geno Smith, I'm going to give them a little better grade. I'm going to say they did better despite their situation. In the same retrospect, Jordan Love at 10, Aiden O'Connell with the 6th-ranked pass blocking efficiency line, their teams would have done better without them. Now, I don't have Jordan Love's playoff. He did do better at the second half of the year. He did better in the playoffs. He would have been average middle of the pack with his playoff numbers. This is just the season, 2023 season. But what this shows you is Justin Fields is an accurate quarterback. It's not on him. All right, so where have we gone with this before? This is from a different video I did. Bottom 5 quarterbacks with the highest percentage of dropbacks pressured. Justin Fields was pressured more than anybody else in the league, despite timing. This has nothing to do with you guys saying he holds the ball too long. This is in the standard average 2.5 seconds. His dropbacks, before he was able to get set, he was pressured on 48.9% of them. League average 35.8. Next closest was Will Levis, Zach Wilson, Tommy DeVito, Bailey Zappi. Nobody else was even, he's almost 10% higher than most other quarterbacks. Absolutely crazy. And then you look at the other one. Here's the weapons he had. He had 2 weapons. This is why the Bears will target multiple wide receivers in this draft. We've seen Ryan Poles do it before where he double dips at positions of importance. Did it last year with defensive tackle. I didn't see that coming, and he did it. I see it this year. He is going to target one of those top wide receivers in this draft. He's going to get, in my opinion, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Rome Odunze. He won't let one of those big X receivers go out of wherever he trades down to. I'm hoping at this point we trade down to about 6 with the Giants in the end, whether it's 1 trade or 2, and we end up getting Rome Odunze. I don't see us trading packs there. Getting more draft capital, then picking up another wide receiver, a solid slot receiver in my opinion, maybe Xavier Legette, who I really want, in the 2nd round. I can absolutely see that happening because of the lack of weapons we had. We had 2 receivers, 1 receiver and 1 tight end that had above average grades. DJ Moore had a 72.7 receiving percentage, Cole Kmet 83, which is fantastic. Contested catch 53.6, 44.4 for Cole Kmet, drop rate of 2% and 1% for Cole Kmet. Take them out of the picture, and DJ Moore or Justin Fields was toast. He wouldn't have had a shot this last year. Those 2 helped him to be able to have a good season, and he gave them career seasons in return. They worked tandemly. Now imagine if we have 2 more to go along with that, and then bolster the line. This team could be super scary. But here, guys, here's the core of it. This is the reason the Bears will not be trading Justin Fields. It was never on the table. The point right now is that they're trying to build value for that number 1 pick. He is special. This is from Shane Waldron's introductory press conference. When he was asked about this team, the core, the group of players that is already in place on this offense, including the quarterback that played at a high level and that displayed the ability to win football games and make plays, when he's talking about what excites him. Justin Fields is a special player. Shane Waldron came to work with him and bring him to a new level. Look at the bottom guy on that list right there. Geno Smith, he's already worked with him. He improved Geno Smith dramatically. And even though their line was right there with the Bears at worst pass blocking efficiency, he was still able to get some out of Geno Smith. Look at Geno Smith, 45% deep ball accuracy, 80% in a clean pocket. Better than Justin Fields, 69% in a dirty pocket. Better than Justin Fields, even though Justin Fields is among the best. Guys, it's not rocket science when you really break down the numbers with Justin Fields. He's a special quarterback. The only reason he's being knocked on right now, the only reason half of it, not even half, a third of this ridiculous fan base has turned on him is because we have that number 1 overall pick, and the media has hyped up this Caleb Williams, who could be great. He could be terrible. but I know he's not better than Justin Fields right now. And I know every supporter on this team, every player on this team backs Justin Fields. And when you hear other teammates, other players of other teams like Justin Jefferson, Nick Bosa, players of every other team saying how special Justin Fields is, you really have to question, does the media even know what they're talking about? Or are they just talking heads trying to get clicks because they don't know what's going on? They don't have a clue what's going on in relations to inside of Hallis Hall. But I can tell you the Bears are looking at stuff like I'm showing you right here on this video, stuff about how Justin Fields truly is an accurate quarterback. What more important do you have in a quarterback than accuracy? Now build up the line, build up the weapons, and I've shown this one too many times, but he's improved every single year. His poor pass percentage is down. His adjusted completion percentage is up. His pressures that turn into sacks are down. His throwaways are up, which relates to his pressures turning into sacks, and his big-time throws are up. He has improved every year. He's done what they've asked him to do, and these stats show even further how Justin Fields stacks up with the very top in the NFL. If there's no more clear evidence that they have to work on the line and the options for him to throw to, bring in a quarterback coach to clean up some of the hitches that you guys are talking about, the dropbacks, getting the ball out quickly. But maybe some of those things are related to the targets that he has and guys not getting open. Either way, this proves that he is a quality quarterback worth continuing to develop into his fourth year. With that, hope you guys have a great day, and bear